New York City, the destination for... So, Clark, as the season is drawing to a close, younger players might be feeling the mental fatigue of the totality of the season right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. And that's where team leadership comes into play. Your veteran players, not only in words, but in examples, can help young players properly approach this segment of the season. What they do and how they say what they say is really important for the older, more experienced guys to help the younger players navigate this stretch.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. George is the 4 with Embiid at the 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position.
Strong take by the wily Maxey. He is fantastic at turning on the Jets.
Anunoby passes to Towns. Brunson with it. Now defended by Embiid. Towns for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Now Towns. After the missed 3 from Tyrese Maxey. Towns, the pass to Hart, out to Brunson. Shoots from the corner. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Embiid the screen. To the middle. That one's in. His first shot this game.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And here's Brunson outside. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
Limited success for them early on here, but don't expect that to continue.
And it goes down 2 points. Maxey's got 6.
When coaches talk about starting fast, this is what they mean.
Brunson outside. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Inside. And the dunk by Towns.
The 7-footer Towns using his size to perfection down low.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Maxey. And the layup is good. He's got 8.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Brunson, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Embiid with the screen on Brunson. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Buries the long-range jumper. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
Not known for a quick release, but Embiid showing he has that ability as well.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, the Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball, and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Kevin, back to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. A different look for New York. Robinson's checked in for Towns. Clarkson comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Bridges. No scoring in this one.
You cannot allow Robinson to get this kind of positioning, or else he's dunking all over everybody.
One thing about Mitchell Robinson, he has got great rim protection, rebounding, and a nice sense on the floor of what to do.
Yeah, he's a big guy that really wreaks havoc on the glass. I mean, his size, jumping ability, and timing, along with his nose for the ball, forget about trying to keep him off the glass. He's getting offensive rebounds, and he's an excellent finisher, rolling out of picks for the lob.
Now Bridges. And oh my!
Wow!
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Pass to Bridges. Lets it go from deep. Arlo grabs the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 9. Watford with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Drummond with a screen on Bridges. Launches it. Nailed from three-point land. Drummond's got 5 points so far.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Tyrese Maxey. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Edwards. Quentin Grimes out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Embiid, and it's Barlow in at the 4. And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
A shot by Clarkson, no good. The 76ers leading by 15. Now Watford, still without a basket. Embiid in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Outside Edwards. Here's Grimes. A three-pointer off the mark. The Knicks shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Clarkson outside. Outside Towns. Alvarado passes to Towns. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league, and he just missed it.
Embiid, no good. Knicks trail by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Clarkson outside. Some nice passing by New York here. Fires the 3. New York, no good that time either. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Watford passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And the slashing Embiid is impossible to match up with. Terrific at cutting off the ball after the screen.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Please give a big round of applause for your Knicks team.
And a new group in for the Knicks. He's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Landry Shamet. Bridges, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Now, here's Hart. Hasn't made one yet. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. The players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract. We're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Here's Towns after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Towns, and Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now Maxey, after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson has brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson has been, Kevin. I mean, I knew he was great in college, and I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York, Boy, he's giving the franchise a jolt for sure, and he's a joy to watch.
Embiid from outside trains the three-pointer. Embiid's got 7 now in this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Throwing that weight around Towns with 2 bonus points there.
30-second difference between shot clock and game. To the left wing. Hard against George. Embiid in the corner. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. The 17-footer. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so that brings the first half to a close. 76ers lead by 15. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForge. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealed.
And you look at the numbers. They're playing so well offensively. Nice flow. Only a few wasted possessions, guys.
And if they continue on this track, they're pulling away down the stretch. Mark my words.
All right, and now that we are... And that about wraps it up.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. You've got Bridges. Karl-Anthony Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Brunson in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. Pass to Edgecombe. Now Embiid. Oubre outside. Clock at 6. Rebounded by Hart.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise history.
Yeah, you look at the two-man game between Brunson and Towns, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And they've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid crew.
Embiid kicks to Maxey. Pass to Edgecombe. Takes the 3. Maxey, no good. Knicks trail by 15. Hart outside. Now here's Brunson. To the paint. Paul George with the steal. Maxey with it. Bridges covering. George with no one around. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Just 1 for 4 thus far. They have not found their rhythm this half.
Brunson the pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Embiid dishes to Oubre. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey, a really talented and explosive scorer. He can fill it up in a hurry.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Let's see some of the numbers here for OG Anunoby. Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Embiid. And it's Towns missing. The 76ers leading by 15. Here's Maxey. Outside for George. Back to Embiid. Towns with the steal. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Brunson. Brunson being aggressive.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with him.
Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Well, great, we know it is Pete. Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Back to you, Kevin.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Robinson's checked in for Josh Hart. Knicks trail by 13. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. That one good for 2.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime. It was just barely above 30%.
Maxey finds Edwards. Maxey looking it over. Back to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Towns. He's averaging 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for the Knicks. Robinson passes to Sohan. There's a screen by Robinson to the inside. Pass to Edwards. Shamet with the steal. Now Sohan. Here's Clarkson. Here's Shamet. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Shamet's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. There's the pick.
36.
And here's Maxey outside. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Watford out there with Quentin Grimes. And there's Embiid. Then there's Jabari Walker. And it's Barlow in at the four-man position. Watford finds Grimes. Pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Alvarado passes to Shamet. Over to the left wing. Down low. Embiid with the steal. Right side to Walker. There's the 3. Embiid. And Embiid detonates for the putback slam. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
A different look for New York. Anunoby, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Brunson, a career 40% three-point shooter. Man, that shot is reliable.
31.
Drummond passes to Maxey. From deep, George knocks down the three ball. And the 76ers lead by 10.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Towns, and they come back with a three of their own.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
41-34.
Stolen by Robinson. Bridges left side. Outside, Brunson. Towns, and he jams it in.
Big bucket for him there. Towns happy to put the team on his broad back when he's needed most.
Maxey attacking. Brunson there for the rebound. Knicks trail by 5. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 16 feet away. Count it.
Staying under control and unflappable, Brunson steps up when his team needs him the most.
Rebounded by Anunoby. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Towns a screen on Maxey. Brunson. Off the glass.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
And George, here we go.
Hey, you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. And the 76ers also making a change. Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Bridges outside. Hart outside. Towns against Embiid. On the wing, Bridges. No good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Hard again through Gray. Left side, George. Maxey. Cleared away by Hart. And here are the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Embiid with the rebound. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
At the line.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game.
Make some noise for your Knicks City Experts.
Outside, Brunson. Now Hart jacks up a 3. It's good.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look. Absolutely amazing. This young man is so money. His teammates absolutely love it. Carl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Now, here's Bridges. Got it up in time. Off target from outside. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came.
Joel, you took over offense.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that about wraps it up. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.